You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa.
So let me just give you some ideas on fast-growing vines. The vines are just glorious right now. The honeysuckles have been in bloom for well over a month. I mean, well over. Trumpet vines, which is basically a hummingbird. It's like a hummingbird magnet. It's a honeysuckle on steroids. Big red. I guess it could be red, orange, or yellow. There's three colors. But trumpet vine is very aggressive. Grows too fast for some spaces. But boy, if you want to cover a hillside, ground covers, an arbor, pergola, that's a good one. Covered in red flowers, deep-throated red flowers. Hummingbird's going to love you. Thought I'd cover maybe some hummingbird, not hummingbird. Let's go over just the best vines for here. So number one seller, by far, no question, is Hall's honeysuckle. That's the one with the yellow flower. You can take the stamen out and suck on it. It's real sweet tasting. We use it for erosion control, for up hillsides, up fences, pergolas, arbors. It's beautiful. It's one of the few plants that blooms like that and is evergreen, mostly. If it gets a real cold winter, maybe it can lose some of its foliage. So semi evergreen. This last winter, solid evergreen. The reason it's number one seller is because you can grow it anywhere, up as your ground cover, up walls, wherever you want it. Driveways washing away, plant a honeysuckle. It'll just solid, just hold it right in place. It's a good one for that. And mainly, animals don't eat it. So javelina and rabbits and deer, and they just don't bother it. And so it's a good, strong one. The ones that's like it, I mentioned trumpet vine. That one grows much faster. It'll easily grow, 15, 20 feet. It really gets going. So it will take a 8-foot panel of fencing in a season, cover it in red flowers. It, again, same thing. Hummingbirds love it. Animals don't eat it. It is deciduous. That is, it will lose its leaves in the winter. So it doesn't look like much in the winter. Boy, is it glorious right now. Oh, my goodness. It's beautiful. Another one that's sort of like that, that's a native. There's two natives. So trumpet vines we use in xeriscape, kind of low maintenance, low water areas. Silver lace vine, equal, super tough. Once you can't kill this thing. Animals don't eat it. It's well, how do you describe it over the airwaves? It's got a lacier leaf to it. Has a white flower, kind of a lacy white flower, kind of like a bridal wreath flower that covers it from now through the end of the year, through call it Thanksgiving. It's just a good, strong, drought-hardy plant. The one that's most famous in Arizona, at least, is the Virginia creeper. You'll see this wild up in the Bradshaws, kind of the mountains around us. You'll see this 5-leafed, kind of green, 5, I don't know, not leafed, but 5-petal leaf. It doesn't really flower. What it does, it's got a real heavy rootstock, kind of like it's got like potatoes at the base of it, so it holds moisture. So this thing is super drought hardy. Its claim to fame is in the fall of the year, it turns bright fire engine red, and just really striking red. Good, strong. If you want, once you get established, I mean, don't care for it. It just grows by itself. It's that kind of vine, a true native. There's a whole bunch of, I started with honeysuckle. There's a whole bunch of different varieties of honeysuckle. I mentioned Hall's, number one, but honeysuckle as a whole, if you include all the varieties, is definitely the number one. Because there's so many colors, we break it up some. So there's lemonade, there's reds, there's yellows, there's whites, there's all types. And all of them are equally as hardy. The Hall's is more evergreeny. It's one that holds its foliage the best. The red is much more striking. I mean, whoa, that's red honeysuckle. That's pretty cool. Loses its leaves. My allergies are just going, something bloomed. Ragweed or something went off. It's not juniper. Something else is out there. Of course, I'm looking at my wildflowers from the studio. They're beautiful. I got roadrunners out there. Quail are out there. I mean, it's magical, but there's a mixture of everything out there, which is why all the wildlife's out there. But I kind of react to it every once in a while. Let me take a sip of soda here. So vines, talking about vines. Of course, number one in the English garden are climbing roses. They're pretty easy to grow, really. They aren't as sophisticated. They're easier to grow than a hybrid tea rose or your long stem roses because you're letting them grow. You don't cut them back so hard. You might trim them back to their trellis or trim them back to the pergola or over the arbor, but that's about it. Their main thing is about fertilizing. It takes a lot of energy to get that cane to grow up. Here's the insider secret. Found this out. I was farming down in Skull Valley. That's where we raised our family. It's about 15 miles north of Prescott. Beautiful farm country, a beautiful growing country. And so I grew, but a lot of barbed wire. Okay, too much. Barbed wire's not very pretty. Unless you're a rancher, okay, take that back. Ranchers, barbed wire is a beautiful thing, but you kind of want to beautify it sometimes. And so I planted some climbing roses from the barn up to the house, down the barbed wire fence, and it was magnificent. Each one would grow maybe 8 feet in either direction. And here's the secret. They're going to put all their energy into those new tendrils coming out, those new rose canes. When they get to the size that you want, just take the end, bend it towards the ground, and tie it. Just don't let it do its own thing. Just tie it to the ground. As soon as you do that, the entire top of that cane will load up with hundreds of flowers. It's literally amazing. So if you're going up and down a fence, that's a little insider tip I can give you, personal experience. And it works for more than just barbed wire fence. It worked for that block, chain link, whatever. And so for barbed wire, it's typically about 4 feet high. So I'd let it grow up about I don't know, head high or so, and then force it down either side of the chain link. I had a honeysuckle that way. I mean, it just had a smattering of stuff that was quite beautiful, stunning actually. And so you can do the same thing. And so that's an insider tip on roses. Now, clematis. I think most folks don't know that it looks so delicate. They're thinking clematis. Well, I can't grow that. Anyone can grow clematis. It's the easiest one of them all. In fact, frequently, I'll tell folks, take something boring like a Virginia creeper, a Boston ivy, a honeysuckle, and you just want big flowers, not just some of those small flowers. Frequently, I'll tell them, why don't you plant two? Plant the honeysuckle. It's got the evergreen. It's got the hardiness. Animals don't eat it. And plant a clematis right next to it, which has kind of light foliage, but great big flowers. Now, those great big clematis flowers, reds and purples and whites and pinks, and there's all kinds of colors. They're all in bloom right now. You can plant them right now, and those flowers will pop in between, pop through some of the other vines. You can plant them companion-wise with each other's, and you get the flowers of the clematis, but you get the foliage of akebia or trumpet vine or some of these other, honeysuckles, Boston ivy. All of them are really good growers for here. You'll find a tremendous selection. The beauty right now, plants are coming in. We're still getting truckloads, and they're fully matured. So earlier in spring, February, March, and April, we just cut them back. We knew they were going to grow. They've got a massive root structure. We know they're going to take off, but they still look kind of small. So the grasses were cut back. They weren't. Now they're coming in. Like I just had some pampas grass. They are magnificent. In another month, they'll be in bloom. Well, now, so you're seeing the plants are more mature now than they were in spring. So they're bigger. So they're the same price, just bigger. And you got more of that summer selection. So lots of honeysuckle, lots of trumpet vines, all three colors, lots of crepe myrtles, lots of hibiscus, lots of clematis, lots of colors to choose from. And they're all more mature than they were back in the spring. That's what it pays to shop your garden centers seasonally, not just spring, but Hit them also in the summer, in the fall, in the winter. You can see what they all look like in those seasons.
Waters Garden companion plants for June are moonshine yarrow, silverberry, Hall's honeysuckle, and sunburst locust.
Sunburst locust cheerfully shouts, "Hello, spring," with its glowing yellow leaves.
As summer heats up, it settles down to a naturally cool green, only to turn gold again in the autumn.
This Waters exclusive casts a dappled shade, perfect for reading books or sharing an outdoor meal, and impervious to deer.
You'll find the coolest trees here at Waters Garden Center, 1815 Iron Springs Road in Prescott.
For a more fruitful garden, increase success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.